All right, I should be back online. And I am back. All right, blah, blah, blah. So, am I really wonder the things I stream on, does it, does it get encoded? So, let's take a look. Yeah, I don't think my streams would be encoded. So, this 8th, that's me in Thailand, and the way before. Interesting. I think I actually like the. Yeah, okay, the same that I'm live right now. And then that is sure May 2nd streamed, and then you can do a stream replay. Okay, cool. Interesting. So, right, I can stream and it's gonna save it and you can play it back. So, which is cool. Um, all right, so let's go back to this. So I have 5 minutes left. Then I'll take a break. Okay. Some consideration when others offend. Consider nature of the religion of others, we are made for each other, and or from another perspective, I was born to lead, as rams lead the flock or a bull the herd, or retaining to ultra premise. If not, I'm thinking I'm born to lead. Born to lead. Okay. Okay. Born to lead. I was born to lead. First, you're born for another, and you're born to lead. Second, what they are like at the table, what actions do their opponent compel them to perform? To what extent are they finished by pride? So others are governed by their own actions. If what I do is right, you have no reason to be offended. If wrong, then it's plain out and compulsion and ignorance. Then no one's willing to deny knowledge. True, no one's willing to defy the power that they deserve. No, it's therefore when I hear just speak unjust for it like them. So they could be right, they could be wrong, and you fourth is you could be wrong. You have no proof that they're doing anything wrong. There are many things that are not. A man must know a great deal before condemning them. I think that's okay. I think this is an interesting one. Some considerations when others offend. One, born to lead. We are made for one another, or from another perspective, I was born to lead. Two, nothing else really good, and I'll just really skip down to this. A man must know. Oh, I think this one's good. Just a bullet point. You have no proof that they are doing anything wrong. A man must know a great deal before condemning another man's behavior. I think this is very wise, very wise. A man must know a great deal before you condemn other people, which is true. It isn't what others do that trouble you. It is on their own conscience. You are bothered by your opinion of what they do, right? It isn't it isn't what others do that troubles you. that is on their own conscience. You are bothered by your opinion of what they do. Rid yourself of those opinions and stop always assuming the worst. Then your troubles will go away. How do you get rid of your opinions? By reminding yourself that you aren't disgraced by what others do. For unless only what brings disgrace is wrong, then you too are as guilty as thief and worse. Huh, that's deep. You are bothered by your opinion of what they do. Man, rid yourself of it was not the worst. And stop assuming the worst. Alright. This is beautiful. Let me just wrap up this section, okay? Then I can start the relax. Fuck it, just keep continuing. Our rage and lamentation do us more harm than whatever caused our anger and grief in the first place. Our rage and lamentations do us more harm than whatever caused our anger and grief in the first place. 人若气，你不气；你若气了，众他忌。Okay. To ward off anger, keep these maxims handy. There is nothing manly about petulance. Because you are more natural to our species, qualities like courtesy and kindness are the more manly. These qualities, not irritability and bad temper, bespeak strength and fiber and manly fortitude. Because they are more natural to our species, qualities like courtesy and kindness are the more manly. These qualities, not irritability and bad temper, bespeak strength and fiber and manly fortitude. The freer the mind from passion, the closer the man to power. Anger is as much a proof of weakness as grief. Both involve being wounded. Both involve being wounded and giving into one's wounds. Courtesy and kindness are more manly. Okay. Virtues are manly. Guess these are archetypes as well. Expect the wicked not to sin his sheer lunacy, but as the principle. Similarly, to allow them to sin against others but not against you is both rational and surpassingly capricious. Yeah, I think that's basically a Zen word. Okay, I can continue. So another 30 minutes. I need to continue on. I need to march on. I am not tired. Okay, continue on. Okay. Um, Very weird. I can stream, I can record. I guess I can do both. Because if I record, then I need to do some post editing. Well, what I want to get out of this recording? What I want to get out of this recording is gonna do like a timestamp, a cool timestamp of my progress. So I go during the week, and if I can just do a quick view of my everyday's activity. So this is the feedback that I get for myself. I see for myself. I don't need others to tell me. It would be great if I could get others to give me feedback, but in my 35 years of life, no one has really given me great feedback, except for a few elders that I've encountered in my life. Other than that, I am fighting by myself, and in Silicon Valley, there are no other people that can give me feedback. So I must do it for myself. I will get there. I will get to my destination. I'll get to a place where I have moved away from the place that I don't desire into a place that I truly desire. So that is my motivation for doing this. All right, continue on. And when the mind resents anything that happens, then too it is quitting its pole. It is made for holy reverence towards God, no less than for justice towards men. These virtues, because they're engender in us contentment in the way the universe is ordered, are even older and more important than justice. Hmm, well, that's deep. I don't know what this means. Mind resents anything that happens. It is equivalent its post made for holiness and reverence toward God, no less than for just these virtues, because they gender in us contentment, the way the universe is ordered, are even older and more important than justice. So he is saying the mind cannot resent composure. Zen mind, this is composure. Composure. Okay. So I think these are done. Do I have any more? I don't think I've actually read through the last couple pages, so let me do that. The man whose aim in life is not singular and considered cannot be one and the same person. Not singular and considered cannot be one and the same person. But to say only this, without defining what the aim should be, is not enough. As in the case of the whole in common, most people cannot agree to a definition of what is good. For this reason, it makes sense to aim at the common good, the being of the society as a whole. He who strives to achieve this aim in life will be consistent in his behavior, and therefore one the same person in life. So he's saying to just focus on helping humanity because that will be his common goal. That's actually profound. Yeah, down. And a man whose aim in life is not singular and consistent cannot be one and the same person. So, throughout his life, say only this without defining what his aim should be. Not enough. Except in the case of those things they hold in common, most people do not agree on a definition of what is good. For this reason, it makes sense to aim at the common good, the well-being of society as a whole. He who strives to achieve this aim in life be consistent in his behavior and therefore be the same person throughout his life. So I think to aim at the common good, help others. So focus, focus, like being. I guess it's kind of like that. Focus, like, oh, focus equates results in inconsistent, inconsistent. Yeah. So consistency is important. Consistency. Okay. Hmm. Until you've studied them. So I gotta study what are the Python more to those who master the art of reading. So you have to study. Yeah. You can't master the art of reading and writing until study. Yeah. This applies even more to those who would master the art of living. So the point of the study to become a master. So you have to work. Okay. Did I start? Alright, so that's two Pomodoros. Okay. All right, all right. Uh, almost done. I'm happy. Huh. Almost unaffected thing for kicking over ascent. Intending without pulse must kicking cutting off desire. One must abstain from dismanhood. And paying no attention to the things of which it's not debatable with trial. Okay, I think this is the last one. Let's read all the things you want someday to attain can be yours. You got no way. Put the past behind you and the future in God's hand. Never to every present thought and action to piety and justice. To piety by being happy with the fate which nature created for you and equipped for you. To judge by speaking the truth freely and simply, and by acting as the law requires and as is universe. Don't let the wickedness of other men stand in your way, nor your own misconception, nor the opinions of others, nor the sensation of your overgrown flesh. Let each sensation to yourself. Ignore everything else and turn only to the guiding light of reason and inspiring spark of divinity within you. Fear not that life is some someday end. Fear instead that the life and harmony may never begin. Do this here be worthy of the cosmos and abhor you and no longer be stranger in your own country, possible. By common everyday occurrence as you have never seen it before and depend on others for every little thing. Right, so things put a past behind you, future in God's hand, and for to purity by being happy with nature, by justice, by speaking with judgment. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. If things you want someday can be yours today. Just get out of your own way. Put past behind you and the future in the hands of God. And refer every present thought and action to piety and justice. To piety by being happy with the fate which nature crafted for you and equipped you for. To justice by speaking the truth freely and simply and by acting as the law requires and as each situation merits. Don't let the wicked other men stand in your way, nor your own misconceptions, the opinions of others, nor the sensation of your overgrown flesh. Let each sensing part thereof itself. That's okay. That's good. Be present. Surrender. Surrender. God sees a man amid strip of their material shell and health and purity. With the he touches every part that flow from him into ourselves, making a habit of doing the same and yoking as most distraction. Will the man ignore his fleshing shell, wasting time fuzzing with his dress, his dwelling, his popularity, and helps him and stages of his own life? We are composed of three parts, body, the breath of life, and mind. The first belong to you, and so far I must the other. But only the third is truly yours. The first two belong to you. So, body, breath of life, and the mind. Now, if you remove your true self, which is your thinking self, everything that others may say or do, may say or done, everything that troubles you in the future, everything that your body shun and may breath fortune upon against your will, everything that's among you, one circumstances, then your mind will throw off chains of fate and impart itself you to live pure and free, knowing what is just, desiring whatever happens, and speaking the truth. If I say you remove your ruling intellect, everything you can feel and sense, every concept of time, then the vibration, then you remove it off it. To say, a round sphere rejoicing in its own spherical bliss. Maybe you train yourself to live only the only life you possess, life in present moment. Then you'll be able to spend your remaining day free from anxiety, kindly devoted to weather, and painful knowledge. Wow. This is a little too hard. So I am going to just capture the very last part. Okay. So and if you train yourself to live the only life you possess, life in the present, then you will be able to spend your remaining days free from anxiety, kindly disposed towards others, and at peace with your indwelling spirit. Be present. Release anxiety. Kind to others. Hahaha, that's funny. So what if God of other concepts all us again? And as to every thought design that pop in our head, no one else will put up with a such treatment every day. I know for the proof that we have a higher regard for what our neighbors think of us than what so. Interesting. Often I marvel at how men love themselves, but at the same time can't how men love themselves more than others while at the same time more about what others think of them than what they think of themselves. I think I can cut out that. Is this not further proof that have a higher regard for what our neighbors think of us than for what think of ourselves? Oh, man, that's how I think of him about a single dead. Focus on yourself and others. Okay, I think that's what it is. How can a God who otherwise order all things so well without goodwill towards men over them? How can they fail to make a way for those who are particularly good, who are in close combination of the divine, and those who are virtualized and outward in the how can they fail to make a way for these good men to live again once they're dead? No, it's not fair to American which are the gospel arranged to the other one. You see that? No, just practice also the things you don't expect to master. The left hand, clumsy and mostly from experience, grasps and ring, and won't come later the left because it's used to that. I like that, yeah. Practice also the things you don't master. The left hand, clumsy and most things from experience, grasps reigns more confidently than the right because it's used to them. I just think this is interesting. Think of workmanship, what it will be when death catches. Think of the shortness of life, the vastness of time and time to come, the fertility of every material thing. Back to the underlying cause, strip off the appearance into the tension behind your action and the true nature of pain, pleasure, death, and fate. See how you may try your own. You miss. No one hinders yourself but yourself. However, everything depends on your view of it. Interesting. Look to the underlying cause, stripped of appearances, into the intention behind your actions, and at the true nature of pain, pleasure, death, and fame. See how you manufacture own discontent, how no one hinders you but yourself, how everything depends on your view of it. You are the judge. Okay. Be a boxer, not gladiator, in the way you act on your principles. The gladiator takes the sword only to put it down again, but often never without his fist in, has only to clench it. So a boxer is always ready. Be a boxer, not a gladiator. Way you act on your principles. Gladiator takes up his sword to put it down again. The boxer is never without his fist and has only to we act. Train discipline, train discipline, and principles. I have 5 minutes. Wait, this thing ran? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Guess I should take a little break, but I shouldn't. I have just a few more pages left. Okay. All right. That is a good session. Another Pomodoro down, and I have 5 minutes of break. And I have, let's see, I think about 2, 4, 6 pages left. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna give it another. So 3 Pomodoros. 3 Pomodoros. Okay. 3 Pomodoros. God damn it. Now, tonight I need to look at my stream and see how effective I am at doing these tasks. To see how fast I am, how effective I am. Yeah, I could just speak to the camera. I can just speak to the camera and the world will get to know my work. That's what it is. I think this kind of session, I just use it for myself. I can just record it and play it back. Record it and play it back. Record it and play it back. And the goal of it is kind of really just to see how I am. This is like a game. This is like a watching a game footage, right? So if you're looking about basketball, all the coaches, all the players, they watch film. They watch a film, they look at how they do against potential enemy or opponent, and they figure out what they did right and wrong and how they can improve. So likewise, I can use this screen recording little practice I have to improve my thing. This is the Phil Jackson. I become the Phil Jackson of my work. Okay. Let's just get up. All right, take a break. Yeah. Hmm. This is so hard. Mm-hmm. Is the time's up? No, which means that I need to work on the next one. 1.5 hours. 3 Pomodoros. That's pretty good. All right. let's see what I have. I have a minute left. It's telling me that I need to work on the Udemy courses. Now, what do I do going forward? Hmm? What do I do going forward? Alright, time for the next Pomodoro. Okay, alright. Leroy Jenkins! Alright, let's go. Next one. Whatever wondrous power lies in it, whatever I do, only what God proves accept. All that God is so okay. Don't play God will happen, but they never do wrong, either voluntarily or involuntary. Don't blame me, they're putting on. Be done with blame. Just don't blame. Okay. Don't complain. I think that's good. Let's see. Don't blame the gods for what happens. They never do wrong. Involuntarily. Don't blame me either. His wrongs are all involuntary. Oh, that's good. Don't complain. Simple as that. Either unavoidable necessity and an 제가 오라 providence here's our prayer 오라 control apostle. I fight it. Promise already show mercy when not worthy of the blind, but even the control apostle. Take it on in such heavy sin, knowing that you have reasons that and if the seas watch it will let them watch it when your flesh present the rest you are the reason they will not worship it. That on the full light does not lose its radiance. With the truth that the great light is. Huh. This is interesting. Okay. This is almost like Bruce's book, man. So, does not lose its radiance until it is distinguished. The truth, justice, and wisdom within will die before your life is extinguished. Be true to yourself. That's what it is. That's what gives you the impression of how. How do I know that is wrong? That's wrong. And if it's not wrong thing, how do I know it's not the right thing? Unfortunately, so far. Remember that okay, nothing wrong. So I want you to feel from someone, so what else can you expect? About you find a way to cure it. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Okay. I'll look at the whole. What is it? that has made impression on your senses and other people. Well, look at the whole. What is it that has made this impression on your senses? Analyze it and break it down into this cause, matter, purpose, and duration. Ah, this is interesting. Look always at the whole. What is it that has made this impression on your senses? Analyze it by breaking it down into cause, matter, purpose, and duration. Be kind to other people, right? Be kind to others. This is the archetype magician. And this is Zen analysis. This is also like Zen observation. Yeah. And also breaking things down as first principles. How do you know what are the first principles? It's time they really have something higher. So what is controlling your moment? Fear, suspicion, lust, or is there some other vile thing? You have something greater. Yeah, so there's a battle between the divine and the innate characteristics. It's time you recognize that you have higher and more godlike within you than that which tweaks your emotions and pulls strings. So what's controlling this moment? Fear, suspicion, lust, or is it some other foul thing? Inner battle between divine and evil. Do nothing unintentionally, do nothing without some end in mind. That's me, so. I guess this is interesting. It's like first, nothing unintentionally without some end in mind. You can not determine all your actions. Others. And this one is about self. Focus. Begin. And already aware as will be you think you is an important change. Unless how to depending on what and that depends on you. So some reason else that you're finding yourself. Like a cell you might have been on a column C. Basically, this is also important. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see. 10 minutes gone by, so I got some time. It all depends on your opinion of it, and that depends on you. Choose to renounce your opinion, and you will find yourself like a sailor on the headland on a calm sea in a day without waves. Remove judgment. You're the judge. Remove your judgmental opinions. Then just basically observe, right? So it's kind of like first, do not act without purpose or contrary to the demand of justice. All our circumstances, remember, happen either by chance or by providence. And you cannot argue with chance. And you can't haul providence into court. Second, think of how every creature grows from a sperm cell to its first breath of life. And from the thing that which came before. Imagine you're so about to go down, but the whole thing affair, how trifling they a same religion of that spin a spin on no matter how you see the same thing. It's a flitting. What about the front? Cargo. You are saved. Third, imagine if you were able to soar above the clouds and look upon a full scope of human affairs. Oh, let's go. Trifling they would seem in relation to the vast expanse of space and heaven. No matter how often you took flight, you would see the same things, so monotonous reading. What grounds for pride are these? Jettison of your cargo of opinion, and you are safe. Who prevents you from doing this? Remove your judgment to opinions. Free. Whenever you lose your temper or you upset about something, you'll forget that everything serves the purpose of the whole. That another's wrong is not your concern, and that whatever caused you to be upset will always happen and will always happen even now it's happening everywhere. You're also forgetting that what binds humanity to one another is not blood and family, but the community of mind. You're forgetting that too everyone's mind of God and faithfulness in oneself. That everyone is that you can claim nothing as your own. Your child body is come from God and forgetting that everything is what your opinion will make to and that presents all of rules. Okay. So forgetting that everything serves the purpose of the whole, that none wrong is not your concern, that whatever causes that always happened before and will happen and will not happen everywhere. Okay. History repeats herself. Why get upset about it? Whenever you lose your temper or become upset about something, you're forgetting that everything serves the purpose of the whole. That another's wrong is not your concern. That whatever causes you to be upset always happens and will always happen. And even now it's happening everywhere. Finally, you're getting that everything is what your opinion makes it, and that the present is all you have to live and to lose. Whatever causes you to be so angry, the story repeats itself. Heard, people by nature, heard. Why upset? Think continually of those who flew into rage over something, or those who were celebrated for all others for their fame. Blah 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 blah. I just saw rather now, Morgan does. Which mom, fish in your mind example of every kind. On his farm, on his garden, there's a capri. And then pushed by pride to an extreme. How worthless is everything so one could do? How much more worthy is it to take item mountain like a philosopher and use it to do justice to tempest on by the god? Okay. But those where in how can I be so sharp that one shot that first? There are clear results of the eye. Second, I've never set eye on my soul, yet I honor it. So it is So it is with the gods. I see their power at work around me every day and conclude that they exist and I worship them. If you preserve your life, look thorough into everything, matter and cause, and see for what it is and what is not. And speak true in every time. What else remains but experience, but true joy by stacking one good deed upon another and packing so tightly upon them. There's a joyful life. Okay, this is good. Does anybody, and then you do this, and you that's what that's true. Basically, you're stacking on the virtues. Okay. Ooh, fun. Wow. This is actually taking a long time. So I actually did very well. If you would preserve your life, look thoroughly into everything, matter, and cause, and see if for what it is, and do what is just, and speak what is true with every fiber of your being. What else remains but to experience the true joy of living by stacking one good deed upon another and packing them so tightly that the slightest chink appears between them. This is joy. I can't believe I don't have anything else. So joy, joyful life, stack virtues and good deeds. This is interesting. Like that. So see things as they are with a Zen mind. You will feel anxiety or pains. Okay. Also, more interestingly, joyful life, stack good deeds and virtue upon another. I think this is very profound, actually. Let me put a star right here. Star. Okay. Joyful life. Yeah, that's great. Okay. This is fun. The light of the sun is one, even when it is interrupted by walls, mounds, blah blah blah. Being one, even when it is the spirit among the human, blah 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 minus one. Why do you want to go on living? Is it to feel more, to desire more, to grow more or less? Is it to be able to continue to talk and to think? How much any of this is worth longing for? If you conclude that there is God indeed, then why not pursue reason and God? Your pursuit will only be undermined by prizing things of little value and fearing that death will rob you of them. Wow, this is profound. Why do you want to go on living? Is it to feel more, to desire more, to grow more, or less? Or is it to be, well, to continue to talk and to think? What makes any of these things worth longing for? If you conclude there is little value in these, why not fearing that death will rob you of them. I think this is clear. This is basically a reminder for myself. If I price things, reminder, if I price things of little value, then I undermine myself. To things that do matter. What matters? Love, experience, and life. The instant fractal ties fact on this abyss is assigned to each other in this instant without eternity. A crowd on the whole light of the time bread about crowd being nothing is I think nothing important except to do what your nature directs. Man. Bigger picture of life. Bigger things. Okay, okay, okay. So okay, just 2 more pages and I'll be done. You visit of this crippled city, whither the fight with the matter not banished from the city, but different than actor. Okay, I am done. Book 12. All done. Victory. Victory. I finished it. I finished it. Finished this book. Finished book. Yay. All right. Excellent. So, right. So I think it took me 3 Pomodoros to accomplish this, but that is fine. So I'm stopping the stream. Quest number 1 is complete. Yeah, yeah.